Hey guys, Anthony here. Today's video we're going to look at the Thrunite Archer 1A V3 flashlight, and I've done a video on this a few years back, but I wanted to re-highlight some EDC lights that I have. And if you've watched my channel recently, you've seen some flashlights that I have received recently. One of the most recent purchases is the Olight Warrior Mini 2 that I already did a video on. This is my go-to EDC light as of right now, and probably one of the best flashlights that I have ever owned. The Olight Warrior Mini 2. It does just about everything, and I'll talk more about this in another video. But this Archer 1A V3 by Thrunite is a really good go-to everyday carry flashlight for a number of reasons. Number one, it's under 30 bucks, I think, last time I checked. Number two, it runs on a AA battery, which is very easily and readily available. AA and AAAs are. So it's got, in this one, I just have an Energizer AA battery, and I'll give you some specs on how it runs off of this battery. And anytime you have a flashlight that is well made, like this Archer 1A V3 is, this Thrunite model, anytime you have a flashlight that's well made, relatively moderately priced, easy for most people to afford, and then provides a lot of features that you find on more expensive, bigger lights, or just more bells and whistles on the lights that you pay more for, you get on this flashlight. And so right off the bat, this light has the tail cap depressed to activate it, and then you could run through the modes here. So you have that tactical advantage with the tail cap, which is not on a lot of lights. Number two, the light can stand up on its own on the tail cap and on the bezel end. It's got the crenulated bezel there. Some people call this a strike bezel, I guess, but it is has cutouts in it, as you can see here. The light is just over 4 inches. You could see here on the mat here, those are 1-inch blocks. So there you can see the size. If I put it in one of the blocks, it fits in a 1-inch block right there. So it's and again, I'll put a link to it in the description box. It's got a removable belt clip that's very sturdy and rides well in the pocket. It'll stick out a little bit in your pocket, like here, this part, so you could easily grab it. It's got anodized aluminum body here that's very well made. The knurling is just right. It fits in your hand. It's not too heavy. And the modes are as follows. When you turn the light on, it'll come on in what's called Firefly mode. And those of you that watch flashlight videos, that's usually your lowest mode. This one is 0.1 lumens, and it'll run for 17 days with the AA battery. The next mode, once you turn on the tail cap and you hit the front switch, you'll go into low mode at 17 lumens, and that'll run for 22 hours. Then medium at 75 lumens for 5 hours, and then high at 200 lumens for 115 minutes. And then a press and hold will get you strobe. Right now I'm going to hit the strobe. That'll be at 200 lumens for 3.5 hours. And then a single press gets you back to the mode that you were in prior to hitting the strobe. When you shut the light off via the tail cap and then turn it back on, it'll remember the last mode it was on. So if you wanted to turn on in Firefly mode, leave it in Firefly mode, then turn it off. And then if you did turn it on in the middle of the night, it's not going to blow up at 200 lumens and ruin your night vision. So those are the simple operating features of this light. It'll throw light for a distance of 66 meters with an intensity of 1088 candela. It's impact resistant to 1 meter, and a really good feature on this light that it's IPX8 waterproof, which means it can be submerged up to 2 meters. So there's no problem carrying this in a, a wet environment, or putting it in water or whatever. This light can handle it. It's the LED is an XP-LV6 LED for those of you that look for the type of LED. It's got a glass lens, and the reflector, if you could see it in the light here, it's got like a little orange peel color to it. It's got a little tint when you do shine it on a wall or something. You can see a little tint, and I've heard some people talk about that, maybe as a negative, I don't know. When I use this light outside or in the house, it just runs really well, and it gives you just the amount of light that you need. 200 lumens is good. Obviously, you're not going to do search and rescue operations with it. You may carry it as a backup for, if you're a police officer or security. I don't know if you'd use it as your duty light. You want something more, of a duty light, I would recommend, the Warrior Mini 2. This would be an excellent overall duty light, in that it does so much more, has so much more power, and, just more features on it. But again, this light's going to run about $89, where this is, in the $30 range. And then some other lights, just in comparison. This Olight i3T EOS runs on a AAA battery. Another excellent EDC light. Again, AAA, AA. These lights, the batteries are very well or readily available. So having something like AAA and AA battery lights is a really wise choice for today. Again, another good light, AA only. This takes 2 AA's. The Phoenix LD22. You can't go wrong with this light. And I'll be doing more videos covering these other lights in more detail. But these are tried and true and tested lights for not a lot of money. And then something a little bit different if you wanted to throw in the mix. A little bit different way to carry. You can carry this on a tack vest or a backpack. It's a right angle light by Streamlight. This is the Pro Tac 90. And I have, with this light, I've got the red lens on it that I bought aftermarket. But this comes off. But I keep this lens on to save. You should always have a light that has a red lens on it to protect yourself if you do activate a light. This isn't readily seen like through a window or anything. It's kind of muted. So having something like this Streamlight Pro Tac 90 is another great addition to your SHTF flashlights. But in today's video, I wanted to keep it short. I wanted to highlight the Thrunite Archer 1A V3. They sent this to me a few years back. I did a review on it. I'll put the original review in there. I'm carrying it again. I keep it out with my EDC lights that you've seen just a second ago. And I'm going to go over how I store these and my EDC and a little bit more coverage on how I decide, what I'm going to carry and when I'm going to carry. But this is just for an everyday good flashlight. If you want to buy somebody a basic flashlight that's going to last them a long time, this is a very good gift or a very good light to give them. Okay? That's the video today. Let me know what you think, guys. This is Anthony signing off. Stay ready and get your preps in place now. Take care.